Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Borg Assassin. I'd like to welcome you to my first impressions video of NBA 2K20. A lot of my friends at work was hoping and asking me to do a first impressions video for NBA 2K games. They were leaning me towards 2K19, but I figured with 2K20 around the corner, with 2K20 being around the corner, I would just wait, get 2K20, and go from there. I'd like to do a special shout out and thank you to my brother who provided me with this game. He recently went out and bought a new Xbox One. His Xbox One shit itself. He needed to buy a replacement. So he was nice enough to get the Xbox One bundle with 2K20 and gave me the digital download. So special thank you to him for hooking me up with this game. So now, we're just going to go into play now and do a little quick play real fast, and maybe some blacktop. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to just edit this to share the highlights. Most of the highlights are probably going to be the computer kicking my ass because I haven't played a basketball game since, we'll say, 1995, and that was NBA Jam. So, with that said, I'm going to get owned. I set my team to my favorite team, to the Phoenix Suns, for two reasons. One, back in junior high when I actually kind of followed basketball, I really liked the Suns. I was a fan of Charles Barkley back in the day. Even though Jordan was the superior player, I thought Barkley was a close second. Scottie Pippen clearly was up there, but I don't think Pippen was anything without Jordan. You can fight me on that. I don't care. Not changing my mind one bit. But anyways, so I went with the Suns. It was funny because when I was in junior high, my grandfather found out I was trying to get into, basketball, like trying to become a fan. It didn't work out very well. I mean, let's say, I think it was maybe my 9th grade year, I decided I didn't really care too much about basketball at that point. But it was funny. I was a Phoenix Suns fan. That's the games that I would watch religiously in junior high. And my grandfather came across a Denver Nuggets ball cap, got it, and gave it to me. Just because my grandfather gave it to me, I wore it with pride, even though it was not the team I even gave remotely two shits about. But it was because my grandfather got it, and it was kind of cool. So it was kind of weird because people would come up to me and be like, "You like the Nuggets?" And I'm like, "Not really." And they're like, "What's with the hat?" And then I'd explain to them, and they'd be like, "Okay, that's cool, I understand." But it was just hilarious, that initial reaction from them saying, when I'd say, "No, I hate the Nuggets." It was priceless. Anyways, this is supposed to be an impressions video for a video game, and I'm having memories of my junior high years. Yeah. That was like, God, close to 30 years ago. Wow. I'm old. So now, this old man is going to sit down and play a basketball game for the first time since 1995. So prepare to laugh your ass off at my shitty skills. So let's go ahead and start the game against the Toronto Raptors. I'm going to pick a team and just buy a hat. That way I'm not wearing my hockey hat while playing NBA games.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Yay!
A lot of sporty looks on the Phoenix players here in the Valley of the Sun. This is a shot from earlier as they came down the tunnel. And the game arrival sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. A beautiful day as it usually is here in Phoenix. Such a dramatic setting here in the Arizona desert. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, since Devin Booker's been in the pros, he's been able to show his ability to create. He said at Kentucky, all I shot was catch and shoot threes. I was fitting in with my team, playing off of others. But my dad always taught me the fundamentals. I don't want to rely on one thing. Being good at everything is how you earn your spot on the floor. Kevin?
He's doing it all, DA. Thanks. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. And it's Oubre in at the small forward spot. You know what, Smitty, tonight we have 2 teams that love to push the tempo, love the pace. Smitty, do you like the fact the NBA is getting faster?
You know, I like it, Kevin. What I don't like is the coming down and taking a shot, an ill-advised shot. There's nothing wrong with playing fast, getting the ball up the court. If you don't have an advantage or a high percentage shot, just bring it out and run your offense.
Stay within the offense, in other words.
Yep,
right?
stay within the offense.
I really should look at the controls on this game.
Here's Booker. He kicks it to Rubio. Booker the bounce pass. Saric right side. Good ball movement here by the Suns.
Shit.
Gasol with the steal. Here's VanVleet. Offline with his 3.
That's so lucky.
And it's the Suns' ball. Saric outside. It's good.
Oh.
He makes his first shot of the game.
Nice.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Saric has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere.
That was
Here's
nice.
Siakam.
Okay.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Passes it to Powell.
Oh, shit.
Fires the 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Oh, yeah.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Suns. Here's Saric. Good D
shit.
by Siakam. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Powell. It doesn't go for
this
him.
is actually
Good
kinda...
D by Rubio. To the paint. Ayton inside. Siakam's there. And Rubio kicks to Oubre. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Shot clock at 6. Back to Oubre. Powell with the steal.
Oh, shit.
Lowry against Booker. Lowry passes to Siakam. Here's Lowry. From outside the arc. Oubre pulls it in.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm. Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Now the pass to Powell. Booker against Lowry. Not going to go that time. And Phoenix the other way now.
And over the last few seasons, Kyle Lowry's scoring trending downward. His assists increasing, though, dramatically, relying more on his teammates to get the job done.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Raptors have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And we've seen Lowry settling for more perimeter shots in recent years.
I mean, he's always had a great motor, but you have to adapt as you get older. Some back issues starting to creep in, and important for him to stay healthy.
Mikal Bridges checked in for the Suns. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. VanVleet kicks to Gasol. And it's good for 2.
Gasol handles himself despite contact, just using his gigantic size to his advantage.
Pass to Saric. Here's Ayton. Great touch on the 6'10" footer.
And
Tied
this
it up.
team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Because he's someone that you lean on at the offensive end. Establish him early.
Now here's Lowry.
Oh.
Floats one. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
When you are Lowry's size, you need to have a strong floater, and that was a beauty he just put up.
Booker outside. Pass to Ayton. Over Gasol. And that one's good, Ayton.
Tied it up.
Toronto, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter.
And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's given a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent.
And good to get him going early.
Yeah, that
shot
was nice.
should give him some confidence.
When he's feeling good, he can help you stretch the defense a lot. That's like a horse shot. A very brave shot to go with, but he got it to go.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Suns. Booker finds Ayton. There's a minute 47 left in the first. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Powell with it. Bridges covering to the inside. And Booker. Saric outside. Back to Ayton. Nice ball movement by Phoenix.
Oh!
Second shot opportunity. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
What?
Both teams deciding to change it up.
So who got the violation? Oh,
The Raptors have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's McCaw. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And up the court come the Suns on the break. From the stripe, and the shot goes in.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
And with that height, he can get a clean look on any shot at any time.
Here's Gasol, then Gasol with the dunk.
Marc Gasol probably never won any dunk contests, but he can still put you on a poster.
Here's Baines, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
It's easy to tell that he is most comfortable pulling up from that area on the floor.
Raptors trail by 3. Down low, here's Gasol, and Gasol slams it in.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Passes it to Baines. From deep, Johnson.
Oh!
Serge Ibaka pulls it in. The Raptors have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. To the wing on the left. Here's McCaw. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Akobo, the pass to Baines. 3-pointer.
Oh!
It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lowry with the ball.
What the hell? I'm just trying to control that.
Toronto shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Free throw drops for Lowry.
You know, he's a tough kid who comes from a tough town, Philadelphia. You just love Lowry's spirit and his fight.
And Kyle Lowry drops them both. Just 3 on the clock, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Woo!
A big-time effort for Marc Gasol, providing a lot of energy for the Toronto Raptors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has a terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I mean, he's got a three-pointer, did an interception, and I stole the ball a couple times. So, I mean, despite the fouls, I think I did pretty good.
Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, straight to the floor, making open shot, rolling the basket, screen, those dirty work. I like to do that.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complementary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then it's Johnson. And it's Okobo in at the point. And he makes the first. Well, Steve, it doesn't matter how they do it, but there are some players, as you know, that can get into another player's head. I guess like a Dennis Rodman, but there are a lot of them now that play and use that tactic.
Yeah, Draymond Green, Kevin, Patrick Beverly, Chris Paul, I think is one of those guys. P.J. Tucker, he doesn't really talk, but he has a lot of antics. There's a lot of guys that like to get in your head. Also, Joel Embiid is one. He does it extremely well.
Here's Okobo. From deep three-point range, Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. And Lowry has it in the corner. Here's Ibaka, and it goes down 2 points. Ibaka's got 4 points this quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Got that one up quick. Johnson's got the game tied up here for the Suns.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Right side Lowry. Inside, here's Anunoby. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Anunoby's got his first points in this one. And it's Okobo with the ball for Phoenix. Kaminsky kicks to Johnson. From deep.
Oh, shit.
Here's Baines. Goes back up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Suns shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And he knocks down the first one.
Awesome. And that was a nice little glitch. That would be my internet connection, so definitely not the game. Not the game's fault.
He hits both from the stripe.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
There's the pass to Anunoby. And he converts the layup. Anunoby's got his second basket of the game.
This is what I like about Lowry, not just looking for his shot, even though he's an excellent scorer.
Oh, dang. Didn't mean
Here's
that.
Okobo. Lowry covering.
And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
You know what we call this play? a dumb play all the way around, especially at this particular time.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the
three.
sideline.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. And Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Someone diss me in the crew, but honestly, I forgot who. This next thing was crazy, we got it, somebody I probably knew. I don't get it, no clue. That's just, do. That's just some more energy too.
I have no idea what I just did. Other than switching players and changing the game plan, I really don't know what I was watching.
But honestly, I put my boy.
That music's probably
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Oubre on the wing. They get it back. Here's Saric. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the toughness Saric provides is an important component. A physical, strong forward who does whatever is asked of him.
You know, Steve, the 2018 rookie class really burst out onto the scene. What has impressed you most about that group?
I think a couple things, Kevin. First of all, they're very talented. They handle themselves extremely well off the court. But most of those guys were able to last through the rookie wall and play pretty much 75 to 82 games.
Yeah, really put their fingerprints on their team, didn't they?
They did, and a lot of those guys are leaders.
If anything, I'm keeping the game close.
And he makes both free throws.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year, Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
The first one falls.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
That was awesome.
Ayton hits them both. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
And Saric kicks to Ayton. Rebound by the Raptors. Powell with it, now guarded by Booker. Oubre with the steal. Ayton in the corner. And here's Booker from the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Booker's got the lead up to 6 now for the Suns.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Siakam looking around. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. From deep three-point range, another three for Phoenix.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Toronto calls timeout.
Let's see if coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
We want to keep Ayton in. Sit Oubre Jr. out and bring Johnson in. I don't know if that was a good idea, but I'll find out.
So for the Suns, Sheck Diallo comes in for Saric, and it's Johnson in for Kelly Oubre. Marc Gasol's checked in for the Raptors. Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. A floater. Johnson with the block. And he recovers it. And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Van Vliet. Phoenix has gotten fond of that three-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Ayton finds Booker. Another three for Phoenix.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Raptors trail by 10. They can use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Gasol. Over Ayton. Some solid defense from Ayton.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
But they'll get another chance. Tries again. A new 14 for the Suns. And it's in there. And it's a 12-point Suns lead.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Here's Siakam. The Suns getting the bucket. And Siakam throws it down.
Such a fluid mover off the bounce. Siakam gets to his spot before the defense can react.
Here's Diallo. Kicks it out to Book. Gets the whistle for the 3-second call. McCall, he's checked in for Anunoby. Raptors trail by 10. There's 45 seconds left in the first half. Gasol, wide open, he fires. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Jerome passes to Ayton. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to Johnson. From deep. The shot comes out. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Here's Van Vliet. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Van Vliet's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Toronto. 19 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. For 3, Booker. Here's Ayton. Pass to Diallo. Kicks it out to Johnson. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Right side, Gasol. Open jump shot off the mark.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
And the first half is now in the books. Suns ahead, up 8. 2K Sports, back to Phoenix after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. Defensively and offensively, they improved quite a bit in the second quarter, and they've got a nice 8-point halftime lead to show for it. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Suns.
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition. and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Raptors.
Well, the way I see it, they're losing this game because they're being out-rebounded. You can't give up this kind of differential and expect to remain competitive. So what do? You commit more guys to the glass, guards included. You make it a priority that if you do ultimately lose this game, it's not because you didn't rebound.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
Okay, Shaq looked like a total idiot. That was embarrassing.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Suns leading by 8. So the Raptors 5 right now. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Powell in at small forward. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room. That's 7 points for Kelly Oubre. The Raptors shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Last season, we saw Kelly Oubre get traded to the Suns. It was a surprise success for both him and the team.
Oubre came in and gave the Suns that defensive spark they so desperately needed. The long arms, he can get in the passing lanes, and he plays with tremendous energy, and they love it.
The shot by Sharge, no good. Raptors trail by 8 to the middle. Lowry. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Lowry's got 8.
Kyle Lowry is a very tough guy for 6'1". He's a guy who loves to attack the inside, even though he's small.
Now here's Booker. He's got 9. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. What? That's his first foul. That's his first foul.
Load of shit.
And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto last season, Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. Johnson, he's checked in for Phoenix. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Toronto. Throw good, Siakam. Steve, so many talented players in the league. Sometimes there's frustration over the lack of playing time.
Oh, shit.
For instance, you look at the Celtics last year, a prime example.
Yeah, and I think sometimes, Kevin, you can have too much talent at the same positions and also style of play. You need some guys that can do other things that be effective on the court versus just scoring the basketball, and I think that's the reason why the Celtics ran into some trouble last year.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
It's the kind of shot that gives hero ball a bad name and causes your coach to consider another line of work.
Phoenix calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Johnson outside to the right side. Here's Kaminsky. And again, it's the Suns missing. And it's the Raptors ball. 11 unanswered points for him. And Siakam throws it down.
This is the modern day big. Siakam can stretch you out and can hurt you right at the rim.
That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Bridges.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
The drive by Siakam.
You know, he's able to shoulder more and more of the load offensively. Siakam's star continues to rise.
Here's Bridges. Siakam pulls it in. Raptors leading by 3. And finished off by Siakam.
You know, he's known as a lunch pail guy. Siakam showing the crowd a little extra that time.
Bridges for 3.
Yes.
It's good from long range. Bridges has got 5 points now in the quarter.
He has that swag going on right now. When the defense steps back on him, he loves taking advantage of it.
Well, a promising start last year from Mikal Bridges. The offense was there, but it was his impact defensively that has really gotten most people's attention. A lot of great tools for a young player.
To the inside. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Kaminsky. Rebound by the Raptors. Lowry looking around. Here's Van Vliet. No good on the triple. And with Bridges and his defense, great coaches speak very highly of his basketball IQ.
And that is why, as a rookie, he would often get assigned to guard the toughest perimeter player. Good size and great instincts make him one of the best young defenders on the team.
Powell, no one around him, drills it from outside. Powell's got the lead up to 7 now for the Raptors.
Oh, that's great awareness. That's a great pass. Credit Siakam and the work he's done to understand where everyone is in this offense. Trying to get his man back for the last 3. It helps to not make this personal.
That nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
They're kicking ass.
Lowry's got 6 assists here tonight. And it's a Kobo with the ball for the Suns. And the basket by Johnson.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
Toronto calls timeout. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness great. Look here. Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. OG Anunoby comes in for Pascal Siakam. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Norman Powell. And McCaw is subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. It's stolen by Sharch. Ball going up court. Bridges, no one around him. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Now just a 4-point Toronto lead. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. It's stolen by Sharch. Kicks it to Booker. Fires the 3. Poked loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker.
We're going to get aggressive.
.50 seconds left here in the third quarter. To the wing right side. They get it again. Gasol. Some solid defense from Saric.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Raptors leading by 4. Hollis Jefferson passes to McCaw. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McCaw has got his second basket of the night.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Toronto's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And finished off by Gasol.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that. Talented, driven, he puts constant pressure on your defense.
And so it's Toronto with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be right back after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Raptors leading by 6. Inside, Saric and Bain. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And Kevin, that's a little taste of what can happen when the big guy takes it up strong.
Well, I guess he does have it in him, man.
I'll say one thing.
When comfort zone and he's got space,
10?
those are the results.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
2 seasons at Indiana for OG Anunoby, and the 23rd pick of the 2017 draft. Greg, talk about his game.
You know, NBA ready physically from day one. You know, still working for consistency with his shooting, especially at the free throw line. But I like his potential as a two-way player.
Still getting my ass kicked, but I feel like I can make it come back.
An accomplished family for Anunoby. His father's a professor. His brother played pro football.
And OG Anunoby, he's put together like a football player himself. A powerfully built player for a wing.
Tries to keep it alive. And Booker kicks to Saric. Good. Yes. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game. Lowry with the ball. Guarded now by Rubio. Here's Gasol, scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
And it's Ayton missing.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm has been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Outside Gasol. Here's Anunoby, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Ayton.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
And the first one at the line is good.
What are you praying for? You guys are winning by 8 points. I have to do like something insane to catch up.
And that was been 2 from the line that time.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Oubre can't get it to go. Raptors leading by 9. 3-pointer, Lowry. It's hauled in by the Suns. Here's Booker. Here's Ayton. Makes it off the glass.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
They get the rebound.
And the truth is, this lead would have been much bigger had he shot better.
Saric has the open look.
Come on.
And too long on the shot. The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Shoots. The rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got 6 rebounds in the game.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Oh, yes. And then you throw up stuff like that, and you go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, my goodness. Better to be lucky than good, I guess.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Right.
Gotta love it.
Then Gasol with the dunk.
just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Siakam is checked in for Anunoby. Norman Powell comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Patrick McCaw.
What the fuck was that about? Why is he looking the other way?
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. When they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Lowry with the ball. Guarded now by Rubio. Siakam. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get them to go with all the contact.
Yes, people have been surprised by Siakam's offense. What I'm surprised about is the efficiency.
Really? 10-point lead. I went from an 8-point lead to losing by 10. 8-point lead to losing by 10. Wow. And now it's
throw good. Siakam.
You know, we see every year 1 or 2 guys drafted toward the end of the first round contribute well for their team. But Pascal Siakam has gone well beyond that.
I'm doing better than I thought, and I'm really enjoying the game. I really am. So, I'm going to play more of this.
Siakam hits them both.
One of the league's best kept secrets, Pascal Siakam out of Cameroon, discovered as a raw teenager at Basketball Without Borders back in 2012.
To the paint, here's Gasol, and finished off by Gasol.
And ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Rubio. Smitty, you're talking about Siakam. The Raptors president is from Nigeria and very active in the Basketball Without Borders program.
You're totally right. A prospect like Siakam was on his radar. The late first-round pick in 2016 was more than rewarding where he ended up at.
Wow. He's on fire! Holy shit!
And the first one
all over again.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. Wow. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
So he gets them both. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
and you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
Lets it go from deep.
Oh, come on.
Oubre can't get it to go. Toronto leading by 13. Powell with it, now guarded by Booker. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And out of UCLA, Norman Powell, an athletic 6'4" combo guard, said he modeled his game after Russell Westbrook.
And I can see why. He's gifted physically as well. A 6'11" wingspan, a 40-inch vertical leap. He's more of a two-guard in my opinion, and he's off to a strong start in his young career.
The first free throw is good.
Damn, this is embarrassing. I was doing so good.
And so he makes both from the line.
Doing so good. And then
Suns trail by 15. And here is Ayton. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Here's Gasol, and finish off by Gasol.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here
for the Raptors.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. Toronto leading by 15. Lowry finds Powell. And the foul's on Shep Diallo. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
At the line for the Raptors.
I'm giving up more points to fouls in this game than anything, I think. Or it feels like it. Jeez. Well, I called it. I was going to lose. I called that at the beginning of the video.
First one falls for him.
They're no longer on fire. I really enjoyed this game. I really did. It's not my normal.
Both shots good from the strike.
I mean, not something that
1:15 left in the fourth
play.
quarter of this one. Kaminsky, the pass to Diallo.
But I really enjoyed it.
The second chance effort. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Boucher is checked in. Stanley Johnson comes in for Norman Powell. Miller's checked in for Fred VanVleet. And it's Payne in for Kyle Lowry.
So we got a minute 7, and we're doing foul shots. They don't really matter. There's no way I'm going to catch up to that. That's a big lead.
One shot.
That's a big lead there.
Raptors leading by 14. Down low. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Yeah, just punch him in the face. Fuck it. Give him another foul shot.
That's his third personal
Good job, dumbass.
At the line for the Raptors.
Maybe a dumbass sentence.
Taking 2 shots.
He did it like punched him in the face. Wow. We just, yeah.
First free throw is good. Payne hits them both.
All right, so
there's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Jerome. Johnson left side. From deep. Akobo.
Yes.
That's good.
3 points. I lost track.
35 seconds left in the game.
What the hell did he do? How did he foul? He just stood there.
That's his fourth
He was trying to steal the ball. I mean, what the hell?
Cameron Payne.
Oh,
Taking 2 shots.
Oh, come on. Just... Oops. Not what I wanted.
And he makes the first. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
All right, so...
And it's Akobo with the ball for the Suns. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And when you are as good a shooter as he
What
is,
the
you
hell?
have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
The freaking fouls are pissing me off.
First one falls for him.
What's it did? Just make a shot.
Second free throw, no good. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Jerome. And a miss there on the triple. Pass to Siakam. Now here is Miller. And now we've got the intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
We're not fouling to stop the clock.
Taking 2 shots.
We're trying to steal the ball, and the game's calling a foul because the game is biased. The game is biased, saying Borg Assassin isn't an NBA fan. So he should be
That free throw good from Miller.
That's basically the game is saying. If you're sitting here playing an NBA 2K20 game, wearing a hockey hat, have no idea what he's doing.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Oh, my.
That was
How
beautiful.
did he hit that shot?
What?
That was beautiful.
How in the world?
You just never know what's going to happen.
And so
Okay,
Toronto
so
takes
lost
this, but
game.
by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Serge, big win tonight.
also
Now,
like
people
to
may
do
think you have some easy games on the schedule, but you did not play easy tonight.
I really like that.
Because we know where we want to go, That's why we was focused tonight. We try to finish strong.
And it was a strong performance, Serge. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long.
So, my overall impressions of the game, I enjoyed myself. That is a big, huge plus because if I don't enjoy myself, why am I playing? The fact that I know nothing about basketball, other than what little bit of facts I picked up here and there from my friends, that those didn't factor in other than the fouls. Those fouls pissed me off. And because they pissed me off, you could tell I was getting into it. I was really, truly getting into it, enjoying it to the fullest. I highly recommend this game. I don't have to highly recommend this game. 2K20, well, 2K, NBA 2K games are popular, and I now know why. Because it's fun, it's easy to pick up and figure out what the basic controls are. The more complex plays and controls, I'll learn it in the future probably. But overall, just picking up the game, doing a quick play, having no idea what you're doing. I started off strong. I mean, I started off in the lead. I had an 8-point lead there for a while. I think just before we went into the second period, or third period, or whatever you want, whatever it's called, I was actually leading, which made me feel really good, because I had no idea what I'm doing. And then I started losing. So the coaching thing where you go through and make changes to your gameplay and or your defense or offensive plans, doing the player swap, it was extremely easy. It was quick and easy to pick up, figure out what you're doing. I still don't know what the plays really are or what the defensive or offensive pattern plans are. But just seeing that this player is fully refreshed, this player is exhausted, being able to swap them out as easy as it was a plus for someone like me that has no idea what he's doing. My first game, and I got an achievement for 10 3-pointers in a game. So that made me feel good about myself because, I think that's what was keeping me alive was the fact that I was doing 3-pointers. And I had a couple guys that was actually getting them every time I shot. Then I had a couple guys that just had no business throwing 3-pointers. So, overall, I enjoyed myself. I really liked the game. D-Love and Rashish. I hope I said your name right. Sorry, man, if I didn't. Thank you for highly recommending this game. On the Clock Sports Podcast is their baby. They are responsible for not just a podcast about sports, but they do a lot of great things for the community. This video was mainly from their request and their recommendation for me to do, make and play. So I want to thank them highly for tossing this at me and saying, hey, check out NBA 2K, give it a chance, play it, you're going to enjoy it. And I did. I truly did enjoy it. If you're not familiar with On the Clock Sports Podcast, they're on Spotify, YouTube, and Facebook. I want to say somewhere else, but I can't remember. They should have a new podcast coming out soon. They recently have done a lot in the local community. They've been covering the high school football teams lately and the games as of late. So, yeah, give them a chance. Take a look at them. The name again for the third and final time is On the Clock Sports Podcast. I will put a link to their Facebook in the description below. This basically is me doing this was because of them. So, all I can say now is if you've sat with me this long, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave comments below. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And like I said again, I can't say it enough. I enjoyed this game a lot. And I owe it to the guys on the Clock Sports Podcast and their recommendation. So check them out if you haven't already. And check out my other videos if you have time. Thank you again. Good night. And keep gaming. See you in future videos.